Hi guys, I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's vlog is a catch-up episode where I'm going to talk about what I've been up to with you. I hope you're well, I hope you're happy, and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. You're going to have to forgive the whatever's going on with the hair. I'm not quite sure. I have lost all my bobby pins, and usually I would pin my fringe back because it's just got to that point where I can't see. So instead, I'm giving myself curtains, you know, like we did in the 90s. Well, like the boys did in the 90s. They had little curtains. So I have got quite a bit to share with you. I'm going to start today's vlog with a massive thank you for everybody that was patient about having not received their calendars yet. All the calendars as of this morning, I'm filming this late Thursday evening, have actually gone out now, and the ones that went out today have all gone first class. So by the time you watch this, if it's after the postman's been on Friday, you should have received it. And I know it was cutting it really fine, but they're all out, and it was only the last handful. It was where I'd had a couple of dodgy paws this week due to the weather changes. So yeah, that's that, and I feel so much better for getting them out. Now it's all a rush to get all of the quarterly subscription boxes out, but once that's done, that's done. I do have my new Christmassy collection that's gone into Jazz and Wild today, which I'll talk about and share with you in a minute. But I thought I would share some of the makes because you guys know that last weekend I had a much awaited retreat, and I must admit I did not want to come home from it. And I got back and thought, is it November 2026 yet? Because I'm hoping that Katie's going to be arranging another one. We had the best time. There were so many sewing vloggers that you guys will know there, and there were so many sewists there. So there was 22 of us, I believe, in total, and it was absolutely fabulous. We stayed in this hotel called the Peveril Peak in the Peak District. It was a very old worldly hotel. I did end up on the ground floor, but that is fine because I wanted the premium room, and lots of people offered to kindly swap with me, and I was being stubborn because I had paid for this gorgeous room that I was staying in. I barricaded the door in the end just to make it work for me. I'll pop in a rather amusing picture here because I went to send that picture to my other half on the first night and didn't. I sent it to the entire retreat group. I must have looked like such a wimp. So yeah, that was that. But I did have the best weekend. We stayed there for 3 nights. We got there on the Friday and went home on the Monday. We had this lovely big room. If I got any footage or photos, because I was a terrible vlogger, I basically didn't do any vlogging whilst I was there. And it was just perfect. And we were in this big sort of horseshoe around the room. Well, it wasn't. It was a round circle with a tiny gap next to me, letting everybody in and out. And it just was a really, really lovely space to all be working in. We had the iron set up perfectly, and we were able to get on. Now, I had 2 very big disasters that I'm not going to show you today because they were well and truly disasters. And I don't think I've really got any photos of me wearing anything that I've made up, partly because I've been working from home this week, so I haven't had an opportunity to show them off, because when I'm at home, I wear my comfies like this old raggedy thing. I think I was actually wearing this, wasn't I, last week? But this is like a common outfit for me, this and leggings when I'm at home. So I took loads of projects with me, and I did get a fair few things sewn up. So what did I actually get sewn up? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items of clothing sewn up. So I don't think that's that bad. So the first thing that I went to cut out on the Thursday night after filming was a pair of pajamas, because I really wanted to showcase some buttons that are going into the quarterly box. And I was going to use this gorgeous fabric godmother print that I absolutely love on a twill, and I cut the first leg and forgot that it was directional. And then that spoiled the whole thing. I wasn't going to get the rest of it out of it because I couldn't recut it. There was no way I could cobble it all together. There was nothing I could do. So that fabric ended up in the bin, and I never got to make anything of it. I say that, Fabric Godmother have had a Black Friday sale this week, and I have taken full advantage of that, and I have purchased with my 25% off discount code the same fabric again, because I really want a pair of pyjamas in these. And I'm off to Thurklow again in January, which is our annual sewing trip, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I want to be able to make these pyjamas up for that, and then I can showcase the buttons, and I might still get a chance to showcase the buttons. The subscription boxes will go out next week. If the fabric arrives in time, I will try and make them up over the weekend, so I can then pop a picture in and share with you when I share what's actually gone into the quarterly box. I say subscription box, it's not a subscription box at all. It's a quarterly box. Once a quarter, Jazz and Wow send out a box of goodies, and it's a bit like a subscription, but you can choose whether you like the theme or not, as to whether you want to purchase or not. So it doesn't automatically get deducted from your account. I just thought I'd clarify that. I call it a sub box because it's easy for me to abbreviate and remember. So yeah, that plan went out the window, which I was gutted about because I was really looking forward to that. I did cut another pair of pyjamas and take them with me. Didn't actually get a chance to make them up, but I did make up a few bits. So I'm going to start with the trousers first. These weren't, well, one of them I think was on my plans, one of them wasn't on my plans. So the ones that were on my plans were these trousers here, which are by Anna Allen. They are the Pomona pants, a favourite of mine. They've got a lovely big waistband, and that sits at sort of waist length, and they've got a gorgeous wide leg to them, and they're lovely. And then I have actually put on the back the pockets as well, which aren't fully pattern matched, but I have tried to match them slightly so they don't completely blend, but so you know they're there. And then I also popped in a little Rosy Cheeks label that says, I am smart, I am kind, I am brave, I am me, which I love. And I love these. I was worried about them looking too pajama-y because this weight's quite nice for the winter. The type of fabric it is, they're fairly warm trousers, and all that or Rupert the Bear. I was worried about being pajama-y or Rupert the Bear, and I still think I potentially could be Rupert the Bear, but I think styled with the right blouse, these would look lovely, and I'd be able to wear them to work because I absolutely love them. Now, I haven't had a chance to get pictures of me in any of these. I will try and get some footage of me in them so you can see, but I certainly won't be looking my best. I will literally just be sporting them on for you. And what I might do is pop that all in at the end so you can see what they look like. So that's the first pair of trousers I made. Lovely quick make, and they came together really nice. I don't need the instructions for them. The Pomona pants, you've seen me make them lots and lots of times. Always go for the wide leg rather than the tapered leg, and yeah, it's a tried and true, and making that pair up just makes me want to make loads more because I only have one other pair in rotation, and they are actually pajama bottoms. So I really want to make a couple more pairs of trousers in them. The other trousers that I made, I revisited a pattern that I've only made once. Didn't like how it looked on me. At the time I was 3 stone heavier, and I really got the sizing wrong, I think, when I made them, so they looked like clown trousers. So these are the Bob pants by Style Arc, and I have made these in a size 10, and I think I've got the sizing spot on. And I actually love these. I wore them on the second day that I was there. So I've made them in this gorgeous needle cord, and you're going to have to forgive me because I haven't popped them through the wash yet, so they're still a bit creased. This is like a cobalt blue that we had in the Fabric Obsession. We will have it back, we're restocking it. But we did these as part of the Winnie kit that we sent out, and I just love the colour, and I thought I'm going to give it a go. Now, I expected them to crease a lot more when they were on me, and you can see there's some crease marks, but nowhere near as much as I thought they would. In fact, they lasted really well all through the day. They've got that lovely tapered in leg. They don't look like clown's trousers, and I wore them with my Lily Savage fabric top, the Ellie and Mac Sarah wide sleeve sweater top that I've got. If I've got pictures, I'll try and pop it in here, but it styled really well with that. Yeah, put the elastic waistband in, did not put any pockets in, and I think I used a slightly smaller elastic than it's stipulated on the pattern just because it was all I had with me. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how they worked. I love the way that these do come in at the bottom leg, and the way that they've got like a little bit that sticks out that you turn under, and you know that that's your hemline. It just makes it really, really nice. Style arc are notoriously bad for pattern instructions, but I don't even think, if you've made trousers quite a few times, you probably won't need the instructions. In fact, I didn't use any. I just made them up the way I know trousers go together. Whether that's the right or the wrong way, I don't know. And then I popped a little Big Cat Energy, which is another little Rosy Cheeks label, in them as well. So they're the 2 pairs of trousers that I made. Then I made 2 Southbank sweaters. So the first Southbank sweater that I made was a plain, guys. Yes, a plain. I desperately need some plain things in my wardrobe to go with a multitude of other things. When I actually made this one, it was with intentions of me having a Margot pinafore over the top, but my Margot pinafore went completely pear-shaped, and I need to go back and rectify it. So that didn't happen. But I did try it on over it, and it would have worked nicely had the Margot pinafore fit me correctly. So this is just the cropped version of the Southbank sweater. So you can see here, you've got a drop shoulder with this, nice long sleeves with a lovely cuff to them. And then you've got I've hemmed the bottom because it's a nice cropped version. Now, it is quite cropped, so I could wear this with my Sasanda high-waisted jeans because it would just meet nicely. There'd be no skin on show. I wore this over something because I had a vest top on that I was wearing with my 3-tiered leopard print skirt, and I actually put this on with that, and it was the Luella skirt by Tilly and the Buttons, and it meets perfectly. So as a winter weight, this would work really nicely as a crop version with that particular skirt. It's just made me want to make another one of those skirts. I popped a little Rosy Cheeks featuring a lot handmade label in the top there. I just felt that was quite a luxe label, and then because I felt like it was a little bit too plain for my liking, I had to pop this on the bottom that just says "You look fabulous, darling," and that is a Cozy Club handmade label. I do like a Cozy Club handmade label as well. So that was the first plain thing that I made up, and the first Southbank that I made up, the cropped version. Then I made the Southbank sweater dress. I felt like I was going to mess saying that up, so thank you very much for staying with me. I feel like I develop a lisp when I've got to say lots of S's. So yeah, I made it in this gorgeous wild mosaic knit fabric. Now Adele told me off. She said, "Becky, we haven't got 2 colorways of this, we've got 3 colorways." And I said, "But I don't include beige as a colorway." But there is a 3rd colorway of this, and it is beige in the Fabric Obsession. This is the pink colorway. There's also a teal colorway because pink and teal are our colors. So this is my gorgeous Southbank knit dress. I love this. It's just stunning. Like I said, I'll try and get some photos at the end. This fabric sewed up really nicely, and because it was the very first thing that I made on the retreat, I put made at a retreat label. Adele and I gave one of these to everybody at the retreat, and it was the first item that I finished. In fact, it was the very first thing that I whipped up, so that one had to go in there because it was made at a retreat. But yeah, I really like this, and I feel like this is just going to look fabulous with my black wood cardigan by Helen's Closet that I still did not finish, even though I took the whip with me. It just needs the collar band putting on. You know, it's not even worth leaving, so I don't know why I haven't bothered to sort it out yet. So yeah, that would be really nice with that and a pair of black knit tights with some chunky boots, and that would look spectacular. So that was the Southbank sweater dress. I'm going to talk about these next 2 in a little bit more detail in a full review vlog, because I've got one more top that I want to make up, and then I'll do a full review of the whole pattern. But this is the Wardrobe by Me t-shirt builder pattern that I shared with you guys last week. I made a couple of versions. So I made a plain version. These are both the boat net versions. This is my red one. I think this cotton jersey was originally from Pound Fabrics. Although exciting, we've got some good jerseys coming in that are plain, which I'm really looking forward to. Popped another little Rosy Cheeks handmade label into this one. I felt like that just went really nicely with the red. I got lots of compliments on this top when I was away. It just fits beautifully. I made the size 10 up in Wardrobe by Me. The instructions are great, and I really like the way that the boat neck's finished. That's all I'm going to say on the matter, because I want to do a proper review vlog when I've made the other necklines up. And the second one that I made, again, another boat neck one in this fabulous Galaxy Neon Heart jersey. Again, this jersey is in the Fabric Obsession, and this is it here. I actually wore this home on the Monday morning. I think I've got a picture of me sitting on the bed with this on, with my jeans, and I'll pop it in here if I have. I sent it to my other half, and just to prove that I was dressed basically and up at ridiculous o'clock. So yeah, I really love this jersey. I think this is actually my favourite one out of the two, but that's because this is a much softer, beautiful jersey. This is only £12 a metre. It's well worth it. And when you're watching this, the Fabric Obsession has a Black Friday sale on, and there is a code that you can get for that. I'll leave it in the link down below with the website if you want to go over and check that out. And if we've got any of this left, we've got one in another colourway as well that's more corals rather than the pinks. It might be more suitable if you're not into your neon colours. But this jersey is beautiful. It was lovely and comfortable to wear, really breathable. Yeah, I can't rate this enough. And then I have another little Rosy Cheeks label in that just says happiness is handmade. I carefully chose my labels every single day. So that is the main bulk of what I made. And then I made a dress. So this was the fabric that I shared with you that I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to make, but I went with the Hope dress in the end because I just felt like it needed this dreamy fabric. Sorry, I pulled this straight out of my suitcase, so it needs a good press. But you can see these gorgeous floral blooms on here. It's just so beautiful, and it was so comfortable to wear. It's so floaty. I just love it. I've popped a Imperfectly Perfect label in the facing on the back. I have used my Pixie Pop iridescent, I don't know if you can see that well, but it's basically got pinks, yellows and greens in there that are in like an iridescent kind of colourway on the button. I absolutely love these buttons. I absolutely love this. You'll see I've got some new things going on the website today with this particular mix in, and I felt that was quite fitting for this particular dress. And that was the final thing that I made. So I will try and pop a carousel of pictures in, or video footage in, of me trying everything on for you, so you can actually see what it all looks like. So that was it for our makes bit. I really didn't want to come away from the social. It was lovely to see everybody. It was really nice to get to catch up and talk and get to know people a little bit more. Really enjoyed Adam's company. I got to spend a little bit more time with him than I normally do. And it was just things like that you know, you meet these people, you talk to these people online, you know, you've met them in person before briefly, but you don't really get a chance to get to know them. And I just felt like I had that chance this weekend, and it was just amazing. And Katie does a fantastic job of organising everything. We all got our own little mug as well, which is in the dishwasher, so I can't show you it, but it is now my new mug at home to add to my little collection of sewing mugs that I currently have. So that was it from a makes point of view. That was it from a updates point of view. There's been no more fabric coming into my sewing room. I have got a few bits that I want to show you that have gone on the website today. So this is my Jazz and Wow shop. With it being Christmas and all, I have got some new earrings on the shop. One being little snowmen. How cute are these? So these are this absolutely gorgeous sort of, oh, look, my nails, they're terrible. I've got to take that nail varnish off. It's got sparkle in it. So it's like snowy sparkle in a white, and they're just perfect for the Christmas months. And I love these earrings. I think they're really, really nice. So if you like a little bit of festive kind of moments, these ones are my ones, then yeah, some snowman earrings on the website. If you're not into snowmen, we do have some Christmas trees as well that you could get your hands on. What have I just done with those? I've put everything in front of me all organized. So these are on hoops. So again, I said about that iridescent mix, and you can see it there if I just hold it down in front of my white top. So these are gorgeous little Christmas trees with a big star in the middle, and they're just in that iridescent, and they're on my smaller hoops. And I just think they're a subtle nod to Christmas, but they're not too Christmassy. They're kind of like perfect level of Christmassy, so you can wear them all through the month of December and nobody can really moan at you for being too Christmassy. There's only a few sets of these on the website. This is a really hard mix to get right, and I've had quite a few failures on this, so there is only a handful on there. The other ones that I've got, and there's a few of these, are Christmas bows, again in that same iridescent mix because I just love it. And then yeah, you've got these gorgeous little big bows on there. These do come in gold or silver, just pointing that out. These are just the silver pair that I've made up for samples. All of yours are made to order. I do make a couple of pairs up and a couple of sets up initially, but I do make them up to order in case you go for gold. And then the final pair of earrings that I've got to share with you are just perfect for this Christmassy season, but they're not Christmassy. They are just sparkly. They are these gorgeous triangular, that sparkle is not coming up on here. The lighting's terrible. But basically they're kind of like on a blacky bluey base, and then they've got purple and pink sparkles all in them. They are stunning. They're better pretty in real life than they are coming up on this screen. They are just so sparkly. For those of you that know, when I take my pop-up shop with me, I've always got those ones actually with me because I made them a little while back. But yeah, they're now available on the website. The final pair of earrings, I have got one more, sorry. These are Christmassy, but they're also celestial. And these are earring chains. Now, I made some of these last year in a black and silver. They sold out really quickly. This year, I have gone for this gorgeous sparkly navy blue, and it's on a chain. And you can see here, I only have these in silver. I've really struggled to get hold of these chains. But you can see here, they're little chains that just go through, and then your star, and you can have them at different lengths, and you can have one short and one long. You can really play with them. They are absolutely beautiful earrings. I just think they're going to be one of the best sellers. I've managed to track down a fair few of the chains, which I struggled to do last year. But yeah, they're them there. So if you do like them and are interested in them, they're the little star chains. They're all available on the website. Sorry about that. Amazon were delivering, and I have like a door that opens into this room from the outside, but there's another door behind this door, and I could hear that opening and it completely freaked me out because it's dark. So yeah, the first thing I want to share with you from a zip pull is this one here. It's a nice sweater zip, so it would look great on like a half zip jumper. I think that would look fab, but it'd also look great on pencil cases, bags, things like that. It's just like a little pull that goes on the end of your zip, and you can pull this part. But yeah, certainly if you've got a Christmas jumper, I think that would just add something a little bit extra. And then one that's slightly more festive because it's a Christmas stocking. This would be lovely on any sort of handmade bag gifts that you give, because they can take it on and off. They can move it between jumpers as well. For Christmas, it doesn't have to be always, you just have it in December, you can get it out and put it onto your clothes. So they're the zip pulls that I've got that are sewing accessories. I've got some new buttons on there. I've got these gorgeous black and white buttons here. I'm going to show you what this looks like up close, because I don't think the pictures really do these justice. But this is a button here, and you can see it's just got black and white sequins all in the middle. It's lovely, nice sort of black and white button. I really like that. I still don't think you can see that from what I'm showing you, but you know, we try. And then for the celestial lovers, for the Christmassy nod to Christmas, I have got some stars. These are in a gorgeous silver sparkly mix. It kind of got a bit of a holographic shine to it, so there's like a mix of colours, but it is predominantly silver. It's not coming up on the screen because we're in the light of the evening. I'm sorry, I am relying on my light in the room. And then the final thing is these buttons here. They are the same mix as that gorgeous sparkly triangular earrings, just some gorgeous sort of sparkly flowers. I think these are great for winter because you still get a nod to the spring with the flowers, but they're black and they're purple and they're blue sparkles. So yeah, they've definitely got blue, Definitely got purple in them and definitely got black in them. I think they're gorgeous. So yeah, they're all the new bits that have gone on to the Jazz and Wow website today. If you do happen to order anything, thank you very much. They will be out to you towards the end of next week. If you're going to stay with me for Vlogmas, you'll see me packing all of these bits up and making them up as we go along. I hope you're all looking forward to Vlogmas. I'm absolutely terrified how I'm going to juggle Vlogmas, the Fabric Obsession, Jazz and Wow, and my day job. But we will. I am in the office on Monday, which is the first day. So, yeah, you'll see me in a me-made outfit. Probably one of these new things down here. It's my social tomorrow, so I'm quite looking forward to that. Going to see all of the ladies. And then the next time I'll see them will be after Christmas. So, yeah, it's exciting. I've got loads of stuff to do to prepare for that social. Because all of my tables have come up to the shop for us to store whilst we're waiting for the units to be built up there. I have had to order a load more tables, so hopefully there'll be enough there because we've got a lovely newcomer this week, but I have got a few people away because they're obviously away at do's and events. So that is it from me today. Thank you very much for coming and listening to me ramble. I will see you next week where we go into the month of Vlogmas. I look forward to catching you then. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you all soon. Bye.